The story behind my album and the way I came up with the title, The Missing Piece, is that, I just kind of stood back as I was going through a rough period. And I said, what's missing in my life right now is peace. Then it had me to look out and, into the world and say, man, the reason why there's so much crime, the reason why there's so much murder, the reason why children are being disobedient to their parents and teachers, and the dropout rate is so high is because lack of peace. And so I said, man, I need to convey that in an album, that God's peace is missing in a lot of our lives, even as believers. We can get stressed out over bills or, illness, but we need to remember who God is and that He's the Prince of Peace and that He offers that to us. He gives us that. I'm Me is one of my favorite songs on the album. It's really trying to deliver a message that God made you, He fearfully and wonderfully made you. You are who you are for a reason. You're how you look for a reason, how you talk, how you act. It's all for a purpose. I just want to encourage people to not strive to be like somebody else, but to be yourself and be happy with who you are. Be happy with who God made you.
That's why this guy will never live a life. Think this generation don't care, live or die. You'll find freedom, need to go give him a try. Tell it like I get tired of just getting by.
It's not a normal thing for me to try to be like you or you to try to be like me, or for me to think like you, or for you to think like me. Now if we have one thing in common, which is Christ, of course those thoughts are great, but how I want to do something or how you want to do something, it's all different. I'm just really expressing myself. I'm having a good time. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of passion in what I do, because I just really appreciate the opportunity that I have to even be on stage in front of people delivering God's message. I mean, that's a big deal to me. I think the excitement and the passion comes out in my performance.
See, I can get up here and I can have you do whatever. Put your hands up, put your hands down, sit down, turn around, spin. But it means nothing at the end of the day if my spirit isn't right, if that's not the thing that's attracting you to Jesus.
Ultimately, I believe that it's the Spirit of God that really captures people's heart. And that's why it's so important for me to make sure that my spirit is lined up, to make sure my prayer life and my relationship with the Lord is intact, because I don't want to just perform. I don't want to just, get people hype and tell them to do this and they do that and we chant and have a good time. I don't want it to end there. It has to be something bigger than that keeps them. And I know that's the Spirit of God that does that. I don't want to point the finger at anyone or try to make someone, belittle anyone, but just to let them realize that God has delivered me from a whole lot of mess, and He's able to do the same for you.
I'm becoming what He want me to be.